Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level, and to get with alkalinity, then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk on knowing anything, okay, and me not having actual knowledge, okay. And why not knowing anything and the realization of not knowing anything allows you to explore the unknown, to come into a higher freedom. Okay, so let's get into this. So to begin, let me see. So there's the Socrates quote, right? When Socrates was when he was pretty much about to go, about to die, he said the famous quote that the only thing that he knows is that he doesn't know anything, right? And this is wisdom, because this is truth, right? Socrates was a very, very brilliant man. And he was probably more knowledgeable than most people, right? Than a lot of people. But one of the things that he said at the end of his life was that the only thing that he really knows is that he doesn't know anything. So he says this because this is the truth of things. It's like there's much more ignorance in the universe than there is knowledge, right? You can think of ignorance as space, and you can see maybe, or think of the ignorance or the unknown. Let's use the word unknown rather, as the space, or the unknown as the darkness, of the cosmos, and the known is the stars in the cosmos, right? There's much more space than there is matter. I think it's Buddhists who say, or even scientists too now, who have said that there's like 99.9999999% space, and that little one is matter, so everything is pretty much just space. So you can see the space is pretty much correlating or corresponding to the unknown, and the matter is what we do know, as a collective, okay, or as an individual. And this is along the lines of what Socrates is saying whenever he's saying that he knows nothing, and this is all that he knows, because that no thing is the space, or the unknown is the space, the nothingness, so he knows nothing, he doesn't know anything, and that's all that he really does know. That's within the 1%, and that allows him to integrate the unknown into the known, and that allows him to come into a higher truth and wisdom. So we actually don't know anything, even as a collective. All the knowledge that we will accumulate in our lifetime is just part of that 1% of matter, and the space is going to remain the unknown. We can dive as much as we want into the unknown and mine up different knowledge, but it's forever going to be in that 99% of unknownness or nothingness, because it's non-existence, and there is nothing to know, because it doesn't actually exist. It's nothing or no thing. So there's nothing to actually know here. It's more so experience and liberate yourself through experience, rather than staying in a constant knowing. Not that you should not know things, but just you got to come to the realization that you know nothing. because this allows for the liberation of your being to explore the unknown more often, rather than staying in what has been known, and that conclusion of living within the known is going to close you off to exploring the unknown, which is the basis of all life, or the non-basis of life. So you need come to this realization. Plenty of people have talked about it. Plenty of people have this wisdom already within their lives, and it most definitely helps, because it allows you to generate a humbleness, because concluding things can lead you to telling people what it is and what it isn't through or from those conclusions. And I've done this, I'm currently doing this all the time. But in telling people what it is and what it isn't, or the knowledge is, you're kind of concluding for people, in some dimension. It goes deeper into different dimensions, and it's not just conclusion, but you are most definitely making a conclusion on one dimension of it, and this closes you off in another dimension. So it kind of leads you to a suffocation of experiencing life. You got to mostly step into the unknown, jump into the abyss, and experience, because experience is truth, and experience comes from the heart more so than the mind, because the mind is all about accumulating information, kind of like a computer, and a computer is just a tool, which the mind is also just a tool. It's not actually, you don't want to get caught in it. If we get caught in the cell phones, we're going to be in a mess. We're going to destroy ourselves. We're going to get caught in a time loop, and it's going to lead to deeper insanity. But if we go into the heart again, then we can start experiencing life more saturated and more deeply. We could traverse, or we go more into the unknown, and we can expand the imagination, and we can make a proper evolution, or we can accelerate our evolution collectively, because it's already happening anyway. More so, a lot of it is just a drama, but dive into the unknown and experience the unknown, rather than staying in a comfortable knowing, because it's the only way to truly expand the knowing anyway, or the knowledge you have, is to jump into the unknown, because you're mining knowledge from what has been unknown. Your omnisciency has went through an unknowing to play the game of not being God on itself, So this is why we call it the unknown. This is why 99% of all is unknown to us, because we have unknown it to fall asleep, so that we can dream and then wake up once again as God, where that unknown can be fully realized omnisciently, all knowledgeable. So you can think of it like the space. Everything is 99.999999999% space, and that little 1% is going to be matter. So everything is pretty much a space, and that also means that you don't actually exist, because space in its nature is non-existential, or non-existence. So nothing actually exists, and this is proven by science already. This has been proven forever. So all the matter is really spacious, and that little 1% is also corresponding to the knowledge that we have been able to accumulate, and the rest is space, nothing, or unknownness. Okay, so this is why Socrates says that he doesn't know anything, because he doesn't know anything. Right, he is, even though he is somebody who has accumulated much knowledge, he doesn't actually know anything, and he's telling us this. This is his wisdom at the end of his life, right? So you can pick up on his progression. You can go from there with it. Make it your wisdom comes to the realization that you don't know anything. And from there, it's going to liberate you in the way that it allows you to grow curiosity once again that has been suffocated and subtly withered away. And that curiosity, that innocence as well, is synonymous with the curiosity, is going to it's going to passionately drive itself into the unknown of life experientially, and this is going to liberate you in that very way, you know. But then it's also going to have you drop your knowledge to where you're going to use your knowledge less, you know, for more direct experience, which is not a bad thing. This is what is needed, because we're getting entangled in the mind's accumulating information, and our karma is slowly killing us, you know, and we're destroying the planet as well because of this. So living in the heart is going to allow us to be more sensible to things, more sensitive, and it's also then going to allow us to make the changes that is needed for the earth to go through the process of regenerating itself in a healthy way, and us as a species as well. It's going to happen through us as a species, and then synonymously it's going to ripple out into the globe, you know, because we're the ones who have destroyed it a lot of the time. And once we start fixing it within ourselves, it's going to mirror outside of us, you know, or amongst the earth, okay? And then we can start building ourselves back up and evolving, instead of just going into an extinction, you know. So we don't actually know anything, right? Don't even listen to me. I don't know anything, okay? Experience for yourself. And as you begin to experience, you're going to understand that the experience itself is the truth. And you're going to start becoming more wise. You're going to start generating a wisdom, you know, through the direct experience. Because as you start to experience something, you can then come into a mastery after some time of doing it. You know, if it's like if it's a practice or something, you do it over and over until you master it, and then you have a wisdom that is pretty much accumulated at that point, because you understand it very clearly how to do whatever it is that you've been practicing. You know about it, you know how to do it, you understand it very, 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 very fluently. So you have then a wisdom, right? So work on dropping what you think you know and experiencing more, or diving into the unknown, right? Whatever it may be, just dive into the unknown, okay? That's going to be it for today's video. I don't actually know anything. Don't listen to me, okay? At all, because I can't tell you anything. But like Socrates, you don't actually know anything, right? So know that you don't know anything, and you can come into an enlightenment, you can come into liberation, and you can dive into the 99% of that unknownness, or the nothing, or the non-existent, right? So I do thank everybody for watching. That's going to be it for today's video. Peace out, one love, and have a great evening.